there's one number we got to remember, and that number is 31. 31 days till we take our victory lap and ensure this country gets back on track. That victory lap is not a foregone conclusion. We got a lot of work to do. A lot of work. 31 days means 31 times we'll wake up in the morning and figure out how many people we can convince to come our way and to go to the polls on November 2nd to deliver victory for Virginia and America. Now, this election means so much. First of all, we know this election is about the economy and it's about jobs. Every one of us, I would guess, in this crowd, knows somebody that's out of work. And if you don't know somebody that's out of work, you know somebody who's at least have had to take a pay cut just to keep a job. And that's reality. It's not some abstract economic statistic that we're talking about. It is families in real hurt. And that's what we got to focus on. We got to fix it. And what do we do normally when somebody's out of work? Now, I've got a neighbor who's lost a job through no fault of his own. Been with the same company over 15 years. Did everything right. Paid the bills, took care of his family, and went to work. Finds himself thrown out of a job. What do people normally do? If you've got a neighbor, what we do is we keep our ear to the ground, we try and help, we look for people who may be hiring, we may keep their kids if they need to go on a job interview. That's what we do in America. We help. We try and be positive and go and fix the problem with someone else. Well, you know what? Washington just doesn't get it. We don't need any more government census jobs. We don't need any more government spending on government programs. We need people to get back to work. We need less spending. We need lower taxes. And we've got to get this economy going again, not the government. Now, Linwood talked about all the things that we've witnessed over the last 20 months. With government taking over more and more of our lives. From the auto industry to the energy sector to the healthcare industry to the student loan industry to the banking industry to the internet. They cannot get enough of government taking over more and more. And that's what we've got to stop. Because of their policies, on top of an extraordinary spending spree that didn't just occur over the last couple of years, our country is at a crossroads. And so this election is about a choice. It's about a choice between candidates and parties. It's about a choice between philosophies. But if you think about it, this election is a referendum on the very question about who we are and what kind of country we want to be. And we can go in a direction the way we're headed, and we will fast become a European-style welfare state. Or we can begin again to make the tough decisions, to cut spending, to reduce taxes, to empower people in the small business arena so we can get confidence going again and see jobs created. That's what we're about as Republicans. Now, some of you may have seen the book that just came out recently. It's a story of a project that we've been working on, several colleagues of mine and I in Congress, trying to redirect our party back to the common sense conservative principles that started right here in Virginia. The principles we know work and has made this country what it is. We've got to fight for limited government. We've got to fight for less spending. We've got to go in and take a whack at that federal budget deficit so we can be like everyone else in this country and live within our means. The book tells a story about our party and how we've come a long way. It tells a story about how we realized we had gone so astray in terms of fiscal discipline and living up to the promises that we had made to the people. We understood in 06 and 08 we were fired, and the people fired our party for a reason. But we have learned our lesson and have committed to get ourselves and this country back on the road to reform and back on the road to fiscal discipline so America can once again stand as the most successful, most prosperous country in the history of the world. And so the book is about the Young Guns movement. It has turned into movements of over 80 individuals across this country running for office, running for Congress, who want to go to Washington for a cause, not just to come home and bring pork barrel projects to their constituencies. We want to go and turn this country back to the America we know so our kids can live the dream that we have lived in America so that we can be and continue to offer the beacon of opportunity to the rest of the world. That's what we're about as Republicans. And that's what this election's about. Now, I was told to leave you with one thing. It's a very simple item. Please, when you leave here today, remember the number 31 and remember to wake up every morning the next 30 days after this one and do all you can to take the country back. And I commit to you, someone just gave me this bumper sticker. I commit to you to uphold this principle from the Spotsylvania GOP, less government, more freedom. That's what we're about. So I ask you, put on those bumper stickers, put up those yard signs. This race is the only one on the ballot in East Congressional District in Virginia. It's only about Congress this year for us. We've got to work really hard to turn out the vote in all 11 districts of this Commonwealth. So remember, a yard sign, a bumper sticker. Every day, wake up and remember, if you don't have it on your car, put it on the car. And you know what they say, if you put it on a truck, it's worth triple. So please, thank you all very, very much. On to victory.
Thanks again for coming, and you all enjoy the rest of the evening. We'll go till 6 o'clock.